In a move that could cost Democrats the Senate has dismissed impeachment charges against Mayorkas without a trial. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video, and today it is time to talk about the 2024 US Senate elections because everyone, it appears that Senate Republicans finally got their first significant victory today. And not because they did something good or they did something smart. In fact, they didn't do anything. All right, they did absolutely nothing. The good news comes from the fact that Democrats, in my opinion, made a massive blunder today. Because for those that don't know, Mayorkas was impeached in the U.S. House, and today those charges were brought to the Senate for a trial. Well, guess what Democrats did? Without a trial, they dismissed the entire case against Mayorkas. Yeah, without an actual trial, nothing. And not just a couple Democrats, no. Every single Democrat, including someone like Jon Tester, Sherrod Brown, Tammy Baldwin, in states that are very competitive, they voted against impeaching Mayorkas without even having a trial. Now, before I continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. Now, I do want to talk about what actually happened in the Senate today, before we even talk about why I do truly believe that despite Republicans doing nothing, this gives them a boost they desperately needed. Before we get into why I think that's the case, I do want to talk about what happened here. Because I am stunned that they just don't care. I mean, I thought they would have at least had a 5-day trial, or hell, just like a 1-day thing. They don't care. They care so much about, what's happening at the border that without even having a trial, they dismissed every single impeachment charge against Mayorkas. So let's get into it. The Senate on Wednesday dismissed the impeachment case against Mayorkas, the Homeland Security Secretary, voting along party lines before his trial got underway to sweep aside 2 charges accusing him of failing to enforce immigration laws and breaching the public trust. By a vote of 51-48, with 1 senator voting present, the Senate ruled that the first charge was unconstitutional because it failed to meet the constitutional bar of a high crime or misdemeanor. Republicans united in opposition except for, of course, Lisa Murkowski, everyone. Remember, Mitch McConnell gave Murkowski tens of millions of dollars while giving Blake Masters, giving someone like Adam Laxalt nothing. He protected this bozo who voted present. Yes, present on the first vote. Not even yes or no. She was such a coward that she couldn't even vote yes or no. So she voted present. Ms. Murkowski joined her party in voting against dismissal of the second count on the same grounds. It fell along party lines on a 51-49 vote. So at least she voted on one of them. But the fact that she even voted present on either of them, if you're gonna just not care, you're gonna be a Democrat, just vote yes or no. Who freaking cares? At this point, we all know you want to be a Democrat. But electorally speaking, in Alaska, you would get crushed if you flip parties. Even though you already are a Democrat, basically. You decide, I'm gonna vote present here. Senator Chuck Schumer of New York and the Majority Leader moved to dismiss each charge, arguing that a cabinet member cannot be impeached and removed merely for carrying out the policies of the administration he serves. Really? That's their argument? Oh yes, the policy sucks. Everyone agrees that it sucks. He's not doing his job. I mean, it's not just that he's carrying out the administration's policies. He has no clue what the hell is going on, or he just lies. Every single time this clown goes in front of a committee, he lies, makes stuff up, or he has no clue what the hell is going on. Who cares that, the administration says so? He's incompetent. To validate this gross abuse by the House would be a grave mistake and could set a dangerous precedent for the future, Mr. Schumer said. Oh, Where was this concern when Democrats abused their powers with impeachment twice against Trump? Remember that? Democrats, they break every precedent. They don't care. That's not a dangerous precedent. In fact, that's saving democracy. But trying to impeach someone for being incompetent that everyone agrees sucks, that's going to set a dangerous precedent. Again, if this was a Republican, every single one of these Democrats would be voting to impeach him. It doesn't matter what the charge is. It could be complete horse shit. And these same people that talk about democracy and precedent would vote yes. It took only about 3 hours for the Senate to dispense with the matter. 3 hours. That's it. You're telling me, with how little the Senate really does, you can't at least have a one-day trial, or even two, just one or two. And then you could say, well, the evidence so far is lacking. What's the point of continuing? At least do that. But in 3 hours, they decided, without looking at any piece of evidence, without having an actual trial, they decided, nah, we don't need to do anything. He's innocent. This is a dangerous precedent. This is a dangerous precedent, not, trying to impeach someone for being incompetent. It's a dangerous precedent to say, we're not even having a trial in the Senate. We're just voting yes because he's a Democrat. That's the only reason they voted to save him. Now, you might be asking yourselves, why does this matter? Like, everyone expected Mayorkas to survive. There was no way in hell you were going to get any Democrats to vote for impeachment. Why does this whole situation even matter? Well, put it simply, it shows Democrats don't care about the border. They claim, we gotta secure the border, we gotta do something, but the one opportunity they have to get rid of the clown that's running the disaster that is the border, this is their opportunity, and they said no. And again, these are not just progressive Democrats voting against impeachment. Every single Democrat voted to get rid of the trial. Don't even have it. Screw it. We don't need a trial. He's innocent. It's baffling because this is the map this year for the Senate. Do you see a problem for Democrats here right off the bat? Look at the amount of states that they have a Democrat senator in that's not only just a toss-up state at the presidential level, but outright a deep red state. Just West Virginia, for example, is flipping because Manchin's not running again. You have Ohio, which is a Trump plus 10 state. Montana, Trump plus 15. And you've got states like Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Granted, Republicans are not going to win all of them, but these still are competitive states. And the issue of immigration is Biden's weakest issue. You talk about the economy, you talk about foreign policy, all of that. Immigration is undoubtedly his weakest issue. Now, this poll is a month old, so some of the numbers might change, These might not be the most accurate for now, but do you really think his numbers have gotten that much better on immigration? No. Just look at some of these numbers he's getting. Only 31% of Americans approve of his handling of immigration, while 61% disapprove. Independents, 50% strongly disapprove, while 66% in total just disapprove. These are atrocious. Even Democrats, only 63% of Democrats approve of the handling of immigration. And Mayorkas is effectively in charge of the border. At least, when people talk about the border, a lot of people think about Mayorkas. So in other words, voting to acquit Mayorkas, and hell, just not having a trial or a real trial, is effectively saying, yes, I agree with how Biden has handled the border. So I'm going to vote to acquit Mayorkas. That's effectively what that vote means. And only 31% of Americans think he's doing a good job with the border. And that's the problem with this entire situation. The vast majority of Americans, especially Republicans, especially independents, they think the border's a mess. Not just border states. Virtually every single state, every poll we have seen from every state, whether it's Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Ohio, etc., many of them rank the border as one of the most important issues for this year's election. Now, some Democrats are going to say, well, why should that matter to someone in, say, the UP of Michigan? Like, they're not by the border. Because what's happening at the border is impacting millions of Americans. Whether that's fentanyl, whether that's illegals coming in, illegally obviously, and causing harm for average Americans. It doesn't matter if they're in the UP, they're still going to be impacted by what's happening here. And you got clowns like Tester in Montana, Brown in Ohio, hell, Rosen in Nevada. I mean, these are states that Republicans have a chance of winning, and of course Wisconsin with Baldwin. Republicans can win these states, and you now have these Democrats on record voting to acquit Mayorkas. In other words, supporting the policies of Biden when it comes to the border. At that point, that's all Republicans got to run on. Hey, Brown in Ohio, you voted to acquit Mayorkas, aka you support Biden's policies at the border. Same thing with Tester in Montana. Hell, Rosen in Nevada. And of course, states like Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, etc. But the point is, this is a gimme for Republicans. Just think about it. That's all they got to run on. Make this election about immigration. Because this is arguably the most unpopular part of the Biden administration. Yes, the economy sucks. Yes, there's stuff with foreign policy. But everyone, including a bunch of Democrats, agree what's happening at the southern border is a mess. And we have Democrats on record supporting what's happening. The one chance they got to try to do something with the border, they vote to just not do anything. Hell, not even have a trial. Nothing. They're so lazy, or they just don't care, to not even have a trial. Not even a fake trial that lasts a day or two. No, not even that. In 3 hours, you're done. He's innocent. Nothing. This is a pathetic response by Democrats, and I really think Republicans gotta capitalize on this. Hammer Democrats on this issue. Make this election about immigration and what's happening at the border. It's a gimme. Republicans would be morons to let this go. Hammer them everywhere. I don't care if it's Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Arizona. It doesn't matter. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.